Welcome to the Hashimoto's Doctor podcast. You're now part of a growing community of people determined to take their health back through education and self-empowerment. But because of the healthcare system today, we don't have access to the types of healthcare that we want. So we have to do things differently. We've got to do things smarter, and we do that by becoming our own advocates. This podcast will give you the perspective and thoughts of one of the world's leading Hashimoto's doctors. So let's get started. Hi everyone, Dr. Shook here. I hope you're doing well today. In today's podcast, I want to continue our discussion of micronutrients and basically minerals. And I want to talk about selenium today. In our last podcast, we talked about zinc. Today, I want to talk about selenium. Selenium is a very important mineral for your thyroid hormone physiology and production. It's critical for a lot of different reasons. So selenium helps with thyroid hormone physiology because your body and in particular your thyroid requires selenium and these selenoproteins to carry out the production of your thyroid hormone, and also to give your thyroid hormone some protection from hydrogen peroxide, which is produced as a byproduct of of manufacturing your thyroid hormone. So when your body makes thyroid hormone, your T4 and your T3, you have hydrogen peroxide as a byproduct, which is very inflammatory. It's reactive. It can create lots of problems for the thyroid and drive a very potent inflammatory process. And so selenium helps with the production of thyroid hormone, because selenium helps your body to make the deiodinases. So deiodinases are enzymes that help to take a iodine molecule away from your T4 to T3, for example. It takes one of the iodine molecules off of T4 so that it can be it remains as T3, or so that it's converted into T3. So the deiodinase enzymes are dependent upon selenium. So you cannot convert T4 to T3 without that deiodinase, which is an enzyme that's dependent upon selenium. So how many people do you know, or you may or may not be familiar with this, but a lot of people have problems converting T4 to T3. Okay, T4 is the primary thyroid hormone that's made, but T3 is the most physiologically active form of your thyroid hormone, and a lot of people don't convert well. So conversion sometimes is the result of mineral deficiencies, like selenium deficiencies, and the reason is because you have enzymes that are dependent upon selenium, like your deiodinase enzyme. Okay, that's number one. Now, remember the inflammatory byproducts I said, the hydrogen peroxide that is produced, it has to be neutralized. If it's not neutralized, it can create a major inflammatory process, okay, and cause destruction of the thyroid. So guess what neutralizes the hydrogen peroxide? Well, another selenoprotein called glutathione peroxidase. So your glutathione is a very potent antioxidant that will neutralize that hydrogen peroxide there in the thyroid. And this is really important. And so I hope you can understand that just those two selenoproteins that are the glutathione peroxidase and the deiodinase enzymes are, they're dependent upon selenium. So if you don't have enough selenium, you're going to have a lot of problems. So another interesting little fact is that your thyroid has the greatest concentration of selenium of any tissue in the body. Isn't that pretty cool? That was something that was really neat when I learned that. So selenium's very, very important to the thyroid and the thyroid function, thyroid hormone production, and protection of the thyroid. So when we're talking about selenium, you want to make sure you understand that you want to consume these minerals, these micronutrients, in the right quantities. What I advocate is that you get testing before you start just supplementing with a bunch of things at random. Really, a lot of people waste a lot of time and they waste a lot of money that they can never get back going through a lot of trial and error. They take a bunch of vitamins to see if it's going to help them, and time passes that they can never get back. And they spend money on all these vitamins and supplements that may or may not be beneficial. My recommendation is always to get testing to figure out what to do. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your money. The time is a thing that's the biggest deal. You can never get that back. So get testing to figure out what micronutrients you need, what other problems are driving the issues that you're having, and then formulate a plan to help you from there. You can take multivitamins, you can take selenium, you can go through all these trial and error, these trial and error approaches. But I've been doing this long enough, and I've seen enough people to be able to tell you firsthand, don't let your life pass you by while you're experimenting. Invest in your health today so that you'll have it tomorrow. A lot of people are concerned about getting testing and other things and spending, a few $1,000s to several $1,000s on testing. And I understand that not everyone has that available. But I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to spend money on trying to improve your health and have your health today, or you're going to spend it when at the end of your life or closer to the end of your life trying to maintain your health and your quality of life when it's in a more significant decline. Don't put yourself in that position. Everyone has, two choices. You can put it off and you can spend money and lose quality of life in the future, or you can spend money today and you can try to get your health back and live a more vibrant life. And I just want to, make that clear. I just see a lot of people that have lost time they'll never get back and opportunities that they'll never have again. And it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Work on getting your health back today. If there's anything my team and I can do for you, we will. Just reach out to us and let us know. But I appreciate you guys. It's my goal to change the world one person at a time. I know if we help you, that's going to positively impact your family, and that's going to have a positive impact on your community and ultimately the world. And I want you to be better educated. I want you to be your own advocate, and I want you to be a better partner with your doctor, not an adversary. Listen, your doctors are trying to help you, but they're not exposed to a lot of the information that I'm teaching you. They're not aware of it, and they're going to be very skeptical. And you know what? Skepticism is the sign of a good doctor, because they're trying to protect you. They want to keep you healthy, and they don't want you to make any mistakes or anything that's going to hurt you. So be easy on your doctors. Listen, there's a lot of great doctors out there. No one is trying to wrong you. Okay, none of your doctors are trying to create problems for you or be adversarial with you. They're trying to protect you. So, what we're going to do, my mission is to help educate you so you can be your own advocate, be better educated, be better partners with your doctor, and, really have the best life possible. So I appreciate you hanging out with me today. I hope this has been helpful, discussing selenium in more detail. Join me on the next podcast for our next topic. Maybe we'll go into another micronutrient or mineral, give you another tip and some other things to think about. But I appreciate you guys. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Talk to you again soon. Thanks so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed hanging out behind the scenes with Dr. Shook. You can also talk with and learn from Dr. Shook through Facebook Live on our Facebook page at the Office of Dr. Brad Shook. Don't forget, you can also get access to our videos, guidebooks, and thyroid programs at www.drbradshook.com. Oh yeah, and don't forget one more thing. We can change the world one person, one family, and one community at a time. Until next time, remember, today is your day, and no one will tell you who you are and what you can be.